So we're going to take a moment to pause and create our container of our theme this weekend, which is the heart chakra, so anahat. And so for me, I'm going to turn on my salt lamp as a little guidance, a connection for myself. You might also have a lamp or a candle or something that you want to have as we go through our journey. I'm going to take a moment just to place the hands on the heart, which is the gesture of the heart. I'm going to place the hands, so if you want to go traditionally, it's the right hand over the heart and the left hand on top. And Hridaya means heart. As we allow our consciousness to gently start to move down towards the heart, cultivating our awareness in this space within us, this inner refuge. Allowing ourselves to turn towards the divine energy and support within each of us. Sometimes use words as our spirit, our soul, our Atman. And just taking a few deep breaths into your heart. This breath, this gesture, helps us to direct our breath and our awareness into the heart center. You might notice the relationship of the heart muscle, the breath, which is the element of the heart, and the relationship to the spine and the energy center that sits in front of the spine. Thinking around the shoulder blades. I sometimes reference the shoulder blades as the back doorway of the heart. You can feel this energetic center resting within your central channel, the Sushumna. And allowing this heart chakra to be a guide, a theme for our practice. If at times you notice the inner dialogue comes unkind in any way, you can notice this sankalpa, this intention that we've created as we rest here together within the presence of the heart. To be kind in actions, in words. Noticing that we have the support of the group. And feeling the support of all of us together. Noticing that we're creating a safe space for everyone to join. As we take a few more breaths within this gesture, which in the presence of the heart. You might find that this gesture might be a place that guides you when there's difficult energies or life challenges, or deep shifts happening in your life, you might just pause and take refuge in the doorway to your inner refuge, in this place where we're all interconnected. And this gesture cultivates positive energy that's needed to meet challenges that we're experiencing in our life. Taking a few more deep breaths. And allowing yourself to pause. If you had your legs crossed like me, you might shake out your legs. You might feel that you want to even take a moment to lie down. You might even feel like you want to stand up, or you might want to just stay seated. So we take a moment just to move from the heart now down to the base of our spine, to our root support, our Muladhara chakra. Feeling this connection to the earth. If you're seated, you can feel your first energy center at the very base of the spine, connected to the earth. Feeling down to the coccyx, sometimes called the tailbone. Might sense the lower spine, and the essence of survival, of feeling safe and rooted within your base of structure. This chakra vibrates at a lower frequency, which has been offered through the color red, the element of earth. Our awareness of the first deity of Brahma, the Lord of creation. So honoring earth, we're going to bring in a mudra, which is the element of earth, which is called Bhu Mudra. And you're going to take your thumb and touch it to the ring and pinky finger. And then that means your index and thumb finger are in a V. So you can do that on each hand. And then you're going to bring your hand down so you're touching the index and the middle finger to the floor. So this awareness of Bhu Mudra, this gesture of the earth, activating the earth element. Feeling your breath. Supporting the qualities of the body. The index and the middle finger create a mountain shape. which is cultivating this sense of stability and grounding. You can further enhance this awareness of this energy center if you choose by very gently on your exhalation, noticing the downward flow of the apana energy, this flow of elimination. You might even feel at the end of the exhale that there's a little gathering of the area of the pelvic floor, just to bring in very gentle Mulabandha. And then as you inhale, releasing the gathering of the pelvic floor, and exhale, feeling the gathering of the pelvic floor in Mulabandha, moving the energy through the first chakra, cleansing. There's a knot in consciousness in the first chakra, which is called Brahma Granthi. And it's our connection to our physical body. And the knots are there to protect the flow of the Kundalini energy from moving too quickly. We can use Mulabandha to help allow this energy to move through the physical body. Noticing our consciousness that might be held or stuck on the physical body, on all of our possessions, anything with name or form. And then just let the mudra go, shake it out. And we're going to come back to the mudra to connect to the seed sound as we transition back down to the floor a little bit later. But we're going to come up now and just take a moment to stand. So you might go through, swing the legs around. You might feel a little movement in the spine, feeling the connection to the earth. And then coming up into downward dog and transitioning when you're ready into a forward fold and to unfurling into standing. And I'm just going to adjust my camera. So just taking a moment as you find yourself in standing, feeling the connection of your feet, our organs of action, our karmandities that allow us to move through the world, experiencing our first chakra. You might even feel the palms turn forward. If you have a chance, a great tool is to always walk on the earth. So if any of you are outside, you can stand bare feet. Allow the magnetic connection of the earth to feel its vibration move through you. I'm just going to choose one foot to connect as you exhale. Feel that downward flow of energy, that apana energy that allows us to move into this gravitational pull of this base support, allowing that leg that you're going to stand on to be quite connected, as if you're growing roots off of your feet into the earth. And then we're going to roll through our other foot, just awakening these connections through the feet. Noticing how the feet flow up and connect us to our base chakra. So it's a very good grounding tool when we're feeling maybe that we're moving away from body or we're feeling a little bit of anxious. When we don't feel secure in life, we start to notice that maybe we might be experiencing fear, anxiety. Rolling out the feet, breathing into this downward flow of energy is very helpful. Pausing to use the sense of smell connects us to our roots, our family, our memories. Taking a few more breaths on this one foot, and then connecting and just pausing to both feet. You take your time if you need a little bit more time. Feeling the difference of when you exhale into this downward flow of energy, apana. And on the inhalation, you feel that energy of prana, that upward flow, that expansive flow, that life-giving breath. And on the exhale, that grounding breath. When you feel ready and you feel connected to the other foot, just do a little bit of foot rolling on the other side. Feeling what it was accompanying you into your practice. And how this tool, this awareness of being aware of the base of our spine, this downward flow of energy, our legs, our feet. Good. Feeling connection to the foot. And then when you feel complete, just taking a moment to pause. You're going to go into a forward fold just to allow our upper body to fold and honor the element of earth, letting your arms reach up at your timing. And as you exhale, fold forward. Noticing if your body wishes you to bend your knees, to feel more connection of spreading your toes, your heel. You might just go down halfway. What does it feel like to have the upper body release and let go down to the earth? Allowing the upper chakras to release to the element of earth. When you feel ready, gently coming up. Might reach the arms up. Feel how the feet stay anchored into the earth. How it feels for the upper body to move back up into the higher states of consciousness. So we feel earth, we can feel sky and space. We feel our heart. And then just see if the body needs a little bit of movement. Feeling that connection to the feet the whole time. Noticing a little bit more attention is placed on the exhalation, that apana flow of energy. Doing standing postures, a really great way of sensing the body coming back into proprioception. When you feel ready, just let that release. And we're going to grab a block, or you might have something else that you like to use in between the thighs. So you can feel as you come in, you might come really close to the thighs. In the middle of the thigh, you might come up to the pelvic floor area. You might be closer to the knees. My body's asking to go and place the block a little bit closer to the pelvic floor. Now just find a little bend of your knees. Feel how when you exhale, can you sense that energy dropping down through the body, that apana flow? What does it feel like to connect to your feet? You might place the palms facing forward just to bring that reminder in of the heart chakra, Sankalpa theme that we created. Whenever we face our palms forward or upward, they open the heart. And then we're just going to exhale, root the feet into the floor, and gently squeeze the block. Feel how that energizes the legs. You might feel a little connection to the pelvic floor. Then as you inhale, release, let the knees bend. We're going to bring the hands into it. So as you root the feet, gently squeeze the block, feel the pelvic floor. Gently gather the palm of the hands. And as you release, let the palms open, the knees bend. And each time you exhale, press the earth away, squeeze the block. Feel the hands come into a soft fist. Do that another 3 to 5 more times at your own rhythm and just notice what it's providing for your root support. Just take a moment where you just rest, releasing the hands, feeling the energy in your body without losing the connection to the physical body. So many of our asana or hatha yoga helps to cleanse the body. Our breath helps to comb and cleanse the nadis. We're allowing these tools to come in to allow the energy to flow a little bit more freely. And feel, where are we feeling a little obstruction in the flow? Maybe there's a pattern. Maybe there's a sense of fear or uprooting, or parts of our body that maybe are guided to deepen our relationship with, a befriending process. And we're going to go into chair pose. So when you're ready, feel as you exhale, using the block if you want. Feel the squeeze, maybe the arms coming up, pausing here, feeling the breath for a few rounds in chair. Utkatasana. And then allowing the arms to come down and feel just the toes start to press into the floor. And see if you can let your heels lift up and still stay connected. Notice if some of the toes are needing to root a little bit more, and then plant the heels, come back into chair. Allow the breath to be present. Just flow a couple times. You let the arms release, press into the toes, especially the big toe. Notice how the heels float up. Sometimes when you feel a little bit more connected, you might even notice the arms coming up, but that's a second kind of stage. Back into chair. Notice, can you let your heels lift away from the earth, but still stay grounded? Can you use the support of the block to connect into the pelvic floor? 1 to 2 more rounds. Stop whenever you need to. And just coming back to mountain pose when you're complete. Take a moment to pause. Feel the exhalation, which has been a little bit more of our focus through this practice, that connects with that downward flow of energy. When we gather the block and root our feet, we can feel that we can redirect that energy upward. You can start to feel that upward flow of energy through the body. So Muladhara, a nice way to cleanse the area of the first chakra so that that energetic energy can start to move up through the spine. And we're going to take the block out, and a warrior is being called in because we have the time. And so we're going to go into warrior 2. So you're going to allow yourself to widen the feet nice and wide to a place that feels stable for you. So that might be 3 feet, might be 3.5, it might be a little bit more. And let's turn our right foot out. So if we're on our mat, it's pointing towards the short end of our mat. And then feel, do the heels want to line up? Do you want to walk your front foot, which is your right foot, the heel inward, maybe to line up with the inner arch of the back? Bending the front knee, letting the arms float up. Noticing your exhalation and pressing into the floor, into the earth. Feel your exhalation. Maybe the gaze floats over that front arm, which is your right. Let's just bring a couple moves in to open the chest, just to be a reminder of the heart. So we're going to bring the left hand down, the right arm up, just reaching it up, going into exalted warrior. Keeping connected to the feet. And then we're going to come all the way down into extended side angle. Maybe that top arm, our left arm, comes up and over. Might feel more resonating to the shoulder to place the hand behind you on your lower back. We're going to go through that flow a couple times. So we're going to inhale, bringing the right arm up into exalted. Feel that release through the right side of the rib cage. Then the arms pass through warrior 2 and down into exalted. Just allow yourself to find your rhythm. Keep connected to your roots. Keep feeling that exhalation, which is the awareness of anchoring our breath. Good. And the next time when you come down into exalted, you're just going to pause and just come into a wide angle. Once again, surrendering the upper body towards the earth. Checking that you feel just as connected through your toes as you do the heels. Feel your exhalation. Then we're going to transition through to the other side. So you're going to turn your left foot towards the short end of your mat. You might have your right foot parallel. You might even anchor the heel back. We're going to come up into warrior two to start. Feel your breath. Just being mindful and a little bit more aware of our movements as we really listen to the body. I'm going to go into exalted. So the left arm will come up, the right hand will go to the thigh. And then we'll windmill the left arm down, the right arm up and over. Just find a pace that allows you to move, to feel the strength, the ease, the grounded quality, but being aware of the physical body and how the movements are feeling for you. Just doing as many as you want. Then as you windmill down, come back into a wide angle. Feel your breath. Now you have a choice here. If going into Muladhara, a squat pose, feels okay for your knees, then you're going to heel toe your feet together till they're about a foot to 2 feet apart. If that doesn't feel good for your knees, then you're going to walk your hands over to one foot, transition, step back into downward dog. Okay, so I'm going to go into Muladhara, finding that connection. If you're in downward dog, take a moment to walk it out. You can even come back to sit. If you're in a squat, just feeling that connection of that downward flow of energy through the pelvic floor into the earth. Allowing the earth to support us. Feel the relationship to body. And we're going to come down and sit. I'll just adjust my camera a little bit. So we're going to take a moment just to check in with how we feel. And we're going to go into the seed sound. So the seed sound of the first chakra, we have two written in the manual. So one of them is written LAM. So you're going to produce it, you're going to produce the sound as a lum, like thumb. Okay, the other sound is more of an sound, the lung. And so these sounds connect to the element, also create a vibration. So the vowel sounds in the seed sounds help to move energy, and the consonants of the seed sound help to direct the energy into the chakra. So some of you might find that you connect back to Bu Mudra, just feeling the thumb going over the ring and pinky, and that means your index and your middle is on the ground. We're going to start off with chanting the seed sound for as many rounds as you can through the exhalation, then inhale, and then chanting through the exhalation. You can start in an audible sound and then move quieter and then into a quiet sound. I'll do an example. Lam, 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 lam. I'll chant the other variation of the seed sound, the lung, 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 lung. Just noticing if one of the seed sounds, you can try out both of them, resonate, and see if you can feel the vibration moving down to the petals of the lotus of the first chakra. You might visualize the chakra as a wheel or a lotus with 4 petals. And I'll just chant internally as not to disturb your experience. And when you chant the seed sound, you can bring your attention, your awareness of visual awareness if you can. The element we're bringing in helps to bring more of a purification to the first chakra. Seed sound releases. Just take a moment to let go. And I just want you to lie down on your back just to connect into the earth with your whole body. So sometimes if the energy is rising up too much, we can just allow the whole body to lie down on the ground. Good. I'm going to come down with you. I want to bring in a little somatic technique if it resonates with you. I have a little bit of jostling or jiggling of the body. So I'm just using my feet with my knees bent. You can also do this with the legs straight and kind of jiggle and jostle the body. I'm using my feet to create a little jiggle or jostling. You can also, which is being called in to explore, of maybe even rolling into a fetal position and allowing the body a little bit of jostling. So myofascially, in the fascial system, when we do a little bit of jostling, it connects to our receptors in the body that receive mechanical movement and allow the body to feel more in tune with its environment, in tune with the body. So our proprioception heightens. In a somatic technique, this is a tool that I use. I'm a teacher, which helps to process emotions or experiences in the body or any trauma in the body that maybe is still being held. You might even find if you're lying on your back, the arms can come over and cross over the eyes. You might find a little bit of hope starts to come on. Tapping is also another tool. I'm going to create some pockets of silence here. Explore some tapping, some jostling, some weight on the body if it resonates with you. And just take a pause. At any time, if we explore a technique or a tool and it's too much, you can always get up and walk around. You can do what we call a little bit of shaking and flicking. It helps to release any unwanted energy that's having a hard time exiting the body. When you do a sweeping quality or flicking, you hold that experience or feeling in the mind and you flick it away. Okay, the sweeping comes from the heart or the center of the body out. So I'm feeling a little bit through my arms. You might feel it down the body, out the legs. The exhale out the mouth, pursing the lips is also a really great tool. You might even turn your head to the side and blow what's no longer needed away from you. I'm just going to create a couple minutes here of just silence, allowing you to notice if anything else is coming in for you. Allowing time for your energetic system within your pranamaya kosha to settle. You might feel tingling or warmth or coolness as the nadis are moving energy through the body. The chakras receive energy, they transform it, assimilate it, and then also release. And sometimes within patterns or life, we maybe in some areas of the body might have a more difficult time to be open to receive, to be open to let go. To be open for that transformational process. Another tool that's coming in if you've been lying on your back, or maybe I also brought in the invitation of curling on your side on the fetal, is also lying on the belly in Makara. connecting the front body and expanding the back door of the heart. So you might lie flat on the floor with maybe placing the arms, I'll show this in one variation, the top of the mat and palm down on the ground, the other palm on top of the back of your hand, and your forehead resting on your hand. And this is another great place to maybe feel a little bit of jostling if you so choose. The other option is to put a bolster or a pillow underneath the body. And you can have the head resting on the hands. Great way to open the back body. Feel that expression inside the body. Maybe if there's any holding in the lower spine, down through the legs, into the earth. And offer a moment of pause. Taking a moment to notice the aspects of nature that we might feel influencing the chakras. When we have Thomas energy, you might be able to feel that we're heavier or more grounded. Sometimes if this energy becomes our pattern, we might notice that we lack energy to get up and become mobile, to move around, or acknowledge and befriend the physical body. If the relationship to the first chakra is influenced by Raja, you might notice feelings of moving away from body, feeling uprooted, maybe anxious, maybe swirling or feeling fear. Just take another focus on your exhalation. Feel this downward flow of energy that we cultivated through this practice. I just want to share a piece of writing by Donna Falls. Settle into the here and now. Reach down into the center where the world is not spinning and drink this holy peace. Feel relief flood into every cell. Nothing to do, nothing to be, but what you already are. Nothing to receive, but what flows effortlessly from mystery into form. Nothing to run from or run towards, just this breath. Awareness knowing itself as embodiment, just this breath. Awareness waking up to truth. Slowly start to feel a little bit of movement. If you've had the bolster there, you can remove it. Just taking some time to roll onto your back. I'm just going to go into knee to chest pose. We're going to draw our leg in, starting with whichever leg works for you. For me, it's my right side that wanted to come in. You can have your hand on your shin, your hand on the back of the thigh. And as you exhale, which is our focus of the practice, feel your thigh come towards the body. And then as you inhale, allow it to move away. And as you exhale, feeling the thigh come towards the body. Notice how the lower spine starts to root into the floor. Inhale, leg away. And just flowing through that a couple times. And then we're going to extend the leg up into the air. And just do a little pointing and flexing of the foot. So you're going to inhale, point the toes up. And when you exhale, reach the heel up. And as you reach the heel up, feel the whole leg and the pelvis, the very base of the pelvis, press into the floor. Each time you inhale and you point the toes up, feel that connection of the leg to the base of the spine. And you flex the heel up. You might take a few breaths on each side. You might bring in some ankle circles. And feeling this foundational part of our body. And you're going to allow the knee to bend and just come over into a twist. So my body's asked for a little prop here by my left leg to allow my right leg to come over to and rest upon. You might want to reach the arms out. You might even feel the bottom leg rest on that support. And some of you might want to go even into extending the top leg. So for me, it's my right. I'm just feeling this release all through the leg. If a strap is needed for you or a tie to hold this leg, feel free. I'm just feeling that relationship from the lower part of the spine, letting energy flow through this lower part of the spine. Out the legs, through the feet, and up through the feet, through the legs, into this base support. When that feels complete, come out. You might even have a little wiper movement of the legs, exhaling to each side, and then going up into Apanasana, drawing the leg in, exhalation, feeling that letting go into the earth. And each time you inhale, letting the leg move away. Hands can be on the shin or the back of the thigh. Taking some time here to be a little bit gentler on body, moving with the flow of the breath, feeling the relationship of the energy center to the spot. The Sushumna flows in front of the vertebra. You can feel this cluster of nadis that form this plexus for the first chakra. And then when you're ready, extend the leg, feeling the base of the pelvis, the lower spine in relationship with the ground. As you point the toe on the inhale, exhale, reaching up. You can be very dynamic in this movement of just flowing back and forth, or you can hold one aspect of the point or the flex for a few breaths. Feeling that relationship of the leg reaching up into the air and the pelvis dropping into earth support, letting go. Offering a few circles, noticing if there's any energy that's maybe feeling stuck through the ankles, moving up the leg, just freeing that energy. Because our energetic system is embedded within the fascia, really important to notice when we hold emotions within the body that we sometimes stiffen in the fascia and become entangled. And this can inhibit the flow of the energy through our system. Okay, so you're going to feel what twist is supporting me. Is it just supporting the lower leg on the bolster? You might just stay here. Some of you might want to extend that top leg. I've just put my elbow on the bolster. You might use a strap. Taking a moment to complete that. Might drop both legs up. Circle around, holding the area around the knees and maybe just massaging that lower part of the spine, allowing the energy to move, the breath. Whenever we're using pranayama, allowing the breath to move the energy, to calm the energy. Yeah, and then take a moment and just roll into a fetal. I'm just going to pause there. As you're pausing there, I'm going to read a little from one of the Tantra texts of the Shiva Samhita, just about the evolution of the elements. From Akash or space emanates the air. From air came fire. From fire, water. And from water came earth. This is the order of emanation of the elements. When we allow ourselves to do practices through body, through breath, through energy, reading text to allow the mind, we feel this purification of the elements coming in. And we feel the earth becomes subtle and it dissolves into water. And water is resolved into fire. And fire merges into air. And air absorbs into ether. And ether is resolved by avidya, ignorance, which merges into divine consciousness or Brahma or God. Just take some time to come up back to a seated position. I'm just going to show two other variations of a mudra that might connect with you. So we did Boo, the element mudra. Another mudra which is connecting to that downward flow of energy of the first chakra, which is Chinmaya mudra. And you touch the index and the thumb together, and the other three fingers, which are the middle, the ring, and the pinky, they curl into the fist. Very soft fist. You can just allow the hands to rest. They can be palm down on the leg. This is connecting to that downward flow of apana, that gravitational awareness, helping us to feel more stable, secure, calm. The relationship with body, the directing of the breath down to the base of the spine. Chinmaya mudra. You can hold mudras for very short times, especially if you find the energy is being pulled down too much. And if you suffer from low blood pressure, then you can let it go sooner. Maybe you only hold for 30 seconds to a minute or two. Sometimes if you feel connected to a mudra, you can hold it up to 15 to 20 minutes. Which our fingers are connected to the elements, the thumb being fire, the index being air, the middle finger being akash or space, and the ring finger being earth, which is the other mudra that I wanted to share. You can wiggle the fingers, it's Prithvi mudra. And the thumb touches the ring finger, which is the ring finger symbolizes earth, and the pinky is water. You might turn the palms up to have the back of the hands on the legs. Notice if one mudra that we explored is calling to you a little bit more than another. Sometimes working with clients or others, you might bring in two variations of a mudra. I'm offering you three tonight. But sometimes two is a nice option. Just let that go when you're ready, and just notice how you feel through body, through energy. through the aspects of the mind. I thank you for exploring tonight.